in this video presentation, James Klug is talking about the sterilization of our children because there are a lot of strange things going on nowadays, guys. Wouldn't you agree? As far as our children are concerned, because I'm trying to figure out why so much interest in the children. It's becoming alarming. As a parent myself, as a mother and a mommy, because I was a mommy. I'm still a mommy, but when my children were young, I was a mommy. I was not just their teacher, their nurturer. I was their best friend. You know, you do everything with your child when you're little because you are their only friend when they're growing up. At first, it's just you and them and the rest of the family. And sometimes it might just be you and them. Okay? So I was my child's best friend. I had to be silly with my children. When they wanted to be silly, I had to, my son get down low on the front floor, play with him when he wanted to play with his little army men, Mortal Kombat type of stuff. My daughter, dress up, tea parties, whatever they want to do when they little, stay up all night rubbing their tummy because they done ate something that they probably should not have eaten, and now they got a tummy ache or they caught something from another child at school or wherever, at the park or wherever. So now you got to play nursemaid and you're up with them all day long. So yes, I was a mommy as well as a mother. And also for the fathers out there, if you're a daddy, not just a father, okay, but you're a daddy, you do things with your child. You spend time with your child. You are an active part of your child's life. Then surely what's going on in the world right now today, you're not happy with. So let's just go ahead and let me slide this up here. And let's just go ahead and play this video. And you guys leave your comments down below. And oh yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell so you'll be notified anytime I drop a video. So now let's go ahead and get into this video, okay, so I can make you clap.
Huge shout out to Ruthless Americans for sponsoring this video. Children cannot consent to puberty blockers. You agree with this?
Yes.
Do you agree or disagree?
A little both.
Oh yeah, completely.
You guys agree with it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
You guys.
What? Why F us?
Because it is.
Wow, she came right out the gate and said F you.
Okay.
Zero interest in talking to you.
Zero interest?
Absolutely
We're
not.
talking about sterilizing kids. That's kind of important, isn't it?
You probably shouldn't put people up and tell them to F off if you don't.
You're walking around with hate speech.
What is hate speech about this?
Because you're actively promoting anti-trans agenda by walking around with
What?
Like, you know what you're doing.
Hold up.
Children cannot.
Did she just make this into a gay situation? That's not what the sign says. What does it say? Children cannot consent to puberty blockers. We're talking about children here now. We're talking about children, not young adults. There is a difference. So when it comes to a child, I'm thinking between the ages of 4 to 7, maybe even 10. Okay, but 4, 5, 7 years old, that's a child. Way too young to be putting that kind of pressure on a child. Okay, now they got to decide whether they really a boy or really a girl. Listen, I'm not here to bash or talk bad about anybody else. I, too, am a member of the LGBT community, but when it comes to our children and the upbringing of children, that's where the mommy, the mother in me kicks in, and just my moral compass. And I just think it's wrong. So, what's her problem?
Consent to puberty blockers. Children under the age of 18. You disagree with this sign?
I 100% disagree with the sign.
Right.
It is really critical to trust people at any age that they know what's going on. Yeah.
Mind if I ask you one?
What?
I think some
Any
kids are too
age.
young to understand it.
Yeah.
I also think that some kids that are a little bit more mature, 15, 16, 17-year-old, they do understand.
But see, at 15, 16, 17-year-old, you're not really a child. It says children. You're not really a child at 15, 16 years old. Now, listen, some people, I will admit, some people may feel a little differently about that. Some people still look at 16, 17 years old as being a child. Now, me being in my 50s, then yeah. 15, 16-year-old come up to me, asking for a cigarette or something inappropriate, then now I'm looking at you like, what? You just a child. And I wouldn't want my child doing anything inappropriate out there at 16, 17 years old. Okay, but children, not young adults. I said this before. We're talking about children here because this is happening to children 4, 5, 7 years old. Okay, under 10. So yeah, when it comes to that, yeah, I got the problem. I have a problem.
Understand it, and I think they have a right to choose. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I don't believe in ageism. So
Okay, so
So what about when it comes to sex? Do you believe in ageism? Do you
I
believe that children can consent to sex with adults?
Has she been
not
drinking?
with adults.
Why not?
Okay, we're talking about different things. So ageism, as in that adults have all of the accumulated knowledge that ever needs to be had,
Right.
versus children.
That's a good point.
That is what I'm
Yes.
talking about. Like, adults do not have all the accumulated knowledge. I don't agree with that. Like,
Children.
Children cannot consent to puberty blockers.
Children, they have no state of mind yet. They get what what they get fed by guardians and parents and whatnot.
We're being
Society and social media, all that bullcrap.
we're being booed by people for making this pretty basic claim. Why do you think people disagree with that?
Because most people are idiots.
It's ridiculous. It's
Say
ridiculous.
that.
They say that we're the radical ones, and they're trying to mutilate children.
Her stance was that 15, 16, 17-year-olds, they know what they want, younger doesn't. Why do you say so? Why the difference there?
I think that they should have a little bit more time to comprehend the things in life and how they really truly feel.
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think about that?
Well, so there's a friend of mine.
Well, I think that's kind of true, but you know what?
Speaking about this all across the country.
Look at this.
She has autism. Like,
Now, this is what he's talking about right here. You guys seeing that?
almost half of these kids do, statistically speaking. And at 13, she was put on puberty blockers and testosterone. At 15, she was given a double mastectomy.
Listen, man, you
It
know.
was just 11 months later, she had deep regrets. She'd suffered other abuse as well, as many of these
Now,
kids
look, now she's got regrets.
And now-
This is why we are
have regrets.
saying
She's not sure if she can have
they're
kids
too
because
young
she's
to
had
make these
testosterone.
decisions for
Some
themselves. They're
16-year-olds
too
are much more
young.
mature than others,
They're too
you know.
young. You understand what I'm saying?
But
Their
they're still
moral
children.
compass,
Their brains,
I don't even believe
the
has kicked in
prefrontal
at
cortex
that young
are
of an
brain
age,
responsible for
okay?
logical
So,
decision
you know,
making.
and there's a lot more people in the world that
I know
feel
when I
that
was
way because
16,
look right here, the world is going
I
crazy
mean, I
right
may
now,
not look
guys.
like
The
the
whole world's
smartest
in
person on
uproar
the
over
street, I did
this.
okay in school, but man, the stuff I
Check
did
this
when I
one
was
out.
16 and still at 20, like most people, I did a lot of dumb things.
I mean, I'm
And now
47. I still do dumb things.
Yeah,
So
now we
do
can
I, and
expect
I'm
kids
over 50.
who've struggled with who knows what trauma.
Look at it. You see what kind of stuff this is causing? I mean, listen. The LGBT community has never gotten much love. Acceptance, but not love. Totally different thing. So I, for one, am not here to bash or downgrade anybody. But when it comes to the babies, I totally am against it. Look at this.
Protect all children.
Protect our children. When did it stop being our responsibility as the parents and the adults to protect the children? That's what I'm saying. This has nothing to do with your sexuality. This has nothing to do with your sexual preference. This has nothing to do with that. We are talking about the innocence of a child. You see, and then you want to know, or you want to put them down when you see the children out here taken to the streets and acting all crazy and, you know, just causing a bunch of ruckus everywhere. Then you want to complain. But what are they left to do if we have left them out to the wilderness? We've left them out to pasture. You understand what I'm saying? Left them to fend for themselves when all of the wolves are coming after them. The wolves, okay? Because if you're looking and you're thinking that it is okay to sexually molest, harass, mistreat, there's so many things going on right now with the children. I mean, you know, the sterilization thing, you know, the LGBT. I mean, you know, listen, man, it just has to stop. You know, we have to get back to our moral compass. We have to get back to the moral compass of what it is to be a woman, what it is to be a man, what it is to be a human being. So this is one member of the LGBT community, if you want to call me that, although I don't like putting myself in a bag or labeling myself and putting myself in a box, in a bag. But this is one LGBT woman that I am not happy, and I am ashamed. I am ashamed because if you're a grown up and if you are a parent yourself, then you know this is wrong. You know it is. You know it is. I mean, when did this even become a question? When did it become a question? Because at one point in time, it wasn't even a question. You know, growing up, you know, your grandparents would say things to you because, you know, they're from that era. Stay away from that girl. You better stay away from that boy. I mean, okay, yes, that was a little homophobic, grandma and grandpa. But I mean, listen, you know that growing up, this wasn't even a question of what to teach a child and what not to teach a child. Most parents won't even teach their child about same-sex birds and the bees at 4, 5, 7 years old. So why is it okay to teach a child about same-sex or you know, sterilization, you know, puberty blockers and things like that at 4, 5, 7 years old? As a child, it's just wrong. And that's just how I feel. It's just wrong. And that's just really all I can say about that. It doesn't matter how you want to shake that stick. It's wrong. And I, for one, am not down with it. So leave all your comments down below. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit that like or even that thumbs down if you didn't like it. And once again, I was not trying to offend anybody. Listen, I love everybody, man. If you come to me with respect, I'm going to give you that respect back. Okay, I'm going to give you respect regardless, because that's just how I come. Okay, but there's some things that's going on that I can't be a part of. I'm sorry. I'm a parent. I'm a parent. So I'm a godparent. I'm a parent. I'm a grandparent. No. Shame on you.
Get the fuck out of here.